Hello, everyone. Welcome to Shenanigans, or welcome back to Shenanigans. Either way, we're so happy to have you. Now, today I'm going to be recapping the part two of the Sister Wives season 17 tell all. And I apologize in advance if it sounds all over the place, but that's kind of how they've been editing the tell all. So, again, I apologize and hope it's not too confusing, but got a lot to unpack, so we'll just get started. Now, they started off part two kind of where they left off in part one regarding the alleged incident where Cody claims that he told Christine that he wanted to reconcile with Mary and she lost her mind. Now, Mary says she never knew about it, never heard about it from Cody, Christine, any of the other wives. But Cody stands by the story that it happened. And Christine was upset, but Robin says that she saw Christine upset, but didn't know why. And Cody told her later on that it was regarding reconciling with Mary. And Robin notes that had they reconciled, it could have changed Mary's whole life. Christine denies ever saying it. It sounds like she admits she was upset, but she feels her words were twisted and said, after all these years, he just doesn't know me. And Mary says that it's heartbreaking that he won't give them a chance and says at this point, Cody has made the decision to no longer be married to her. Now, Janelle says that in spite of everything, she has no regrets. And then everyone is shown some old clips of happy memories with the whole family from older seasons. And this makes Janelle a little emotional. Then Mary recalls that those memories are real and amazing moments. And Cody says that his marriage to Mary had problems from the very beginning and refers to marrying Janelle as something special. Then he goes on about how his post honeymoon phase with Mary, he refers to it as a storm. And then Janelle kind of discusses the struggles that she and Mary had in the beginning. And it sounds like some were petty, but then others were a little bit more serious. And for example, Christine actually brings up that there were problems within the kitchen and mostly regarding Mary, and says that the stress of it took her over the edge. And then Cody recalls the time years ago when Janelle actually left the family with her mom and that the relationship with the sister wives was pretty hostile. Now, I'm not sure why they're bringing this up, so I'm hoping maybe in part three it'll come to fruition or maybe there's more of a point to it. But anyways, he says that they did reconcile after a bit, and Janelle says that she remembers all of that differently than Cody does. And she mentions that there were actually good times. It wasn't all bad. And she just really didn't want to leave Wyoming. That was a big part of it. And then regarding marrying Christine, Cody says that it was actually Christine who asked to be in the Brown family and that it was his quote, ego baby. Yeah, his ego, because he's a polygamist. He has an ego. And that it was that made him agree to marrying her and quote, this will make me cool is what he thought when he was referring to her status within the church. And if you watch old videos, it kind of talks about Christine's status in polygamy with her grandfather and her family. So then Christine and Suki discuss the episode where she tells the family she's leaving in a week. And that's the infamous the knife in the kidney whole episode. And she says that, well, Suki asks her how she was able to remain calm. And Christine mentions it had to do with shock because Cody's never reacted that way to her before. And she still stands by that she wasn't mean to the other wives or even Robin like Cody was claiming. And he points out that Christine and Janelle used to not get along and then mentions that it affected the trust within the relationships. But when Suki asks him to admit who is the wife that he trusts, he's not having it and just gets really heated with his coffee and says he doesn't want to talk about it, of course. And then Janelle doesn't understand why Cody's perspective is that Christine was just this awful wife. Robin came in and was this angel of a wife. And she says that she's never even witnessed Christine and Robin butt heads, and that back then Cody used to not take sides like he does now. Then Mary points out that regarding that incident, that no wife wants to hear it was a sacrifice to love her. And then Robin says that in the beginning, Christine had walls up against her. She would make snarky comments. She wouldn't include her in things. And then finally, Cody told her to stop groveling, that Christine is never going to love you. And then Christine points out that he's actually just as guilty about complaining about the other wives, except for he did not complain about Robin. Surprise, surprise. And I'm really confused by this comment that Cody made about Christine leaving and leaving a good man and how other men might think that's risky. Yeah, whatever that means. If you have any idea, please let me know in the comments. And then we recall Christine's little goodbye party that McKelty arranged, and Janelle says that there was like a line and it was awkward, of course, but Robin tries to claim that COVID played a role in all that and why she didn't hug Christine goodbye. And then at the end, Janelle is asked about Christine's type and what she looks for in a man. And Janelle says that she just wants someone to cherish and love her. And Christine points out that her celebrity crush is Shamar Moore. And Robin says that it'll be up to Christine on whether or not they'll have a relationship again. Cue the non-existent tears, of course. And she's angry, feels cheated, feels like the scapegoat, and feels like, quote, Cody's whipping boy. Yikes. So that's pretty much the end of it. Nothing really exciting. So I'm hoping in part 3 they'll kind of tie everything together, give us some context of some things, and end it on a decent note where everything will kind of make sense. But yep, that's all I have today. I hope everyone had a happy and safe New Year's Eve and your new year is starting off on a good note. Please consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. Please like this video, leave a comment, let me know all your thoughts, and we will see you on the next one.